In this video, I spent 100 days with horses. Horses will spawn in the world with their normal vanilla skin, but after brewing a potion with a special ore called cantazarite, we will be able to transform them into the majestic horses we all know. Yeah, Minecraft horses look a bit blocky usually. We will then take care of our companions by feeding them, building them an awesome new home, and of course we'll have lots of fun riding together and learning new tricks. I love making videos around animals, and a lot of you guys wanted me to do a video focused on horses, so as the Swim mod offers a huge variety of horses, tack, and new game mechanics, I thought this could be a really fun adventure. So there we are, day 1 in this brand new world. Yeah, I need to be careful because these guys are really deadly, like especially as I've got no armor on me. Yeah, I really need to avoid them there. So first, I think it would be good if I got out of my tree in the first place. And we're actually gonna make the most of it because I'm getting some wood at the same time. Yeah, before making a crafting table, we're just gonna get out of here because I don't want to get chased immediately by the wild boar. Oh my god! Oh my god, they're not friendly. Why is a moose attacking me? Oh my god, I mean, I'm in trouble. I mean, they look so nice. Okay, so I'm not sure, but I think we're safe here, so let's go ahead and craft a wooden pickaxe. Then we can get a bit of stone. There's an ore up here. I'm quickly gonna check what it is. Yeah, it's just copper. The reason I was so intrigued, basically, I'm looking for an orange ore that is called cantazarite because it's actually the only way to get the improved horses. So yeah, we just need to focus on surviving and finding this ore. Oh, and what's this? Yeah, it's not cantazarite. So now we can craft a full set of stone tools. Ooh, and we've got our very first horses. Yeah, I'm quickly gonna get some fish there before the night comes because I really need to get some food. Hello, ducks. As it's nighttime here and I have no armor, I think what we're gonna do is go mining. Like that, hopefully I can find some iron and maybe some cantazarite as well. Yeah, let's quickly craft a furnace to start cooking the salmon. I wonder, what is a starworm? Can you eat it? No. You can't eat it. And now we can have some tasty fish. Okay, so I found a cave and it looks like we have a bit of iron here. So now all we need to focus on is not dying. Yeah, let's have a quick look in case there is any cantazarite. No, this is literally the tiniest cave ever. Oh no, I didn't see up here. Yeah, no cantazarite in sight. So today I'd like to find an area for building a home, so preferably somewhere without too many dangerous animals. Oh, so we've got some cows here. And some wild boars. Oh no, they're killing all the cows and they're gonna kill me. I hate these guys. Yeah, you can't get me, huh? Perfect. Okay, so we've got one and there's only 2 to go. Okay, they're actually super easy to kill. Wow, I was stressing out for nothing. They're not that bad. So yeah, we've got a bit of raw beef and some leather, but I will need way more for enchanting. I'm also gonna start getting some sugarcane. Yeah, I love the little critters in this world. Oh, and we've got some white horses here. I mean, this place is perfect. We've got so many horses. So yeah, maybe if I find an area that's nice and flat enough, we could start building our home here. Oh, I think there's a village up here. This is also a very good thing. I love living near villages because you can do some trading with them. Okay, so there's a little family of cows here, and I think I'm gonna just protect them, like making a wall around them because these wild boars are just gonna kill all the animals in the area and it's gonna be so annoying. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna kill them. There we go. Number 1 and number 2. Okay. I'll protect the mother and her baby at least. The mother does not want to be protected. Well, in the worst case, if I spot some wild boars, I will immediately kill them and yeah, I think that should be enough to protect the cows. Hello there, villagers. Do you have any chests or anything good in them? Okay, so we've got a chest here. That is not exactly what I wanted. I was looking for food, but that's okay. Ah, that's a slightly better chest. We actually have some bread, some very important potatoes, and an apple. So tonight I was thinking of maybe hunting a few monsters because I'd like to get some string for making a bow. Oh, and I'm quickly gonna loot a few more chests while I'm waiting for the mobs to spawn. Oh, And we've got our first contestant. Any spiders around here? No, but there's actually some more horses over there. So yeah, this is the place to be. Oh, and I'm actually going to visit this cave because it has a lot of ores. And yeah, there might be some cantazarite somewhere. And no string again. These are the worst spiders ever. They're not giving any string. This is so annoying. Well, I guess I will have to wait a little longer before getting a bow. So our quest for string was quite a fail, but today we're gonna go mining for a bunch of ores. So yeah, let's go for it. Oh, I actually got a bow from a skeleton. I have to go in the nether to find a nether fortress to be able to get some blaze rods, which are an essential ingredient for brewing. So to even be able to get these horses, I will need to go on an adventure. Oh, look at that, guys. I think this is it. I think this is cantazarite. Okay, we're straight away gonna head down there. Ooh, okay, that was a little bit too quick. I'm gonna be careful now. Okay, moment of truth. Yes, this is it. So we've got some cantazarite, and now we need to focus on getting in the nether and fighting some blazes. So to prep for going in the nether, I need to go mine loads of other ores. Yeah, I managed to get a bit more than a stack of iron, so I'm gonna craft myself a full set of iron armor. Yeah, I also upgraded all my tools, as you can see. Ooh. Look at that. I think we've got some more cantazarite up here. So I'm gonna go get it because I think it would be nice if we adopted quite a few horses. Because I'm quite curious to see what they all look like, because I think there's a wide variety of coat colors. So yeah, I think it would be awesome to see what most of them look like. Oh, and I'm also getting some redstone in case we need it for crafting. And I'm also going to get some lapis. So today I'd finally like to settle down. And honestly, I think this biome is fairly good because it's rather flat, so it'll be perfect for building. But yeah, first I need to get rid of these guys before they kill all the animals. That would be so annoying. Okay, well, I think this is the perfect place because we've got some cows and there's also plenty of sugarcane. I mean, this is perfect. I know what this area is missing. Trees. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a hole in the ground for the night. Now, this actually has another purpose than for safety. I actually need to start getting some diamonds if I'd like to enter the nether. I continued mining all through day 5, but all I found was some redstone and a bit of gold. On day 6, I kept hearing tons and tons of spider noises above me, so I mined up and found a spider spawner. So I looked inside the chest and I found my first saddle, though I doubt this will be very useful because you can actually craft saddles in the swim mod, but never mind. Just outside the spawner, I finally spotted my first diamond, but there was only one, which was a bit disappointing, so I still need to find 2 more diamonds to be able to make a pickaxe. I wanted to explore more of this cave, but I had no torches left, so I crafted some stairs to make my way back up, and then I went to chop down the only tree that was nearby. Yeah, there are literally no trees, so I'll need to get some saplings soon. I then went back down to explore the cave system until day 7, and I came across another single diamond at the end of a dark tunnel. After fighting a fair few mobs, I finally spotted the 3rd and last diamond I needed, so I mined it and carefully made my way out of the cave and back to the mine entrance. I immediately crafted the diamond pickaxe, and as the sun was setting, I decided to make the most of the remaining daylight by making a small crop field in which I planted basic crops as well as alfalfa, oat, and timothy seeds. I also quickly went to harvest some sugarcane and immediately replanted it so that I could start enchanting fairly quickly. I wanted to take a break from mining, so I sheared some sheep to get wool for making a bed. After a good night's sleep that literally lasted 3 seconds, I decided to go harvest some more sugarcane, and I also hunted a few of these annoying wild boars. I extended the crop field a bit because even if we don't already have horses, I'd like to start storing some feed because in this mod, the horses need to eat and drink every single day. Now guys, I actually had a change of heart. Basically, I feel like this area is a bit plain and I'd like to find an area with maybe more vegetation and flowers, so we're gonna explore the world a bit further. But first, I think I'm gonna collect a bit of leather from the cows around here. So today we're off to find a new area for making our home. Oh, so the wandering trader has spawned. I will get the leads from the llama because they're gonna come in handy with the horses later on. Now I'm gonna leave these angry young men behind because yeah, they like to spit at me and I have a lot to do today. Yeah, I'm actually gonna keep an eye out for a horse because I've got this saddle here, so we could get ourselves our first companion. Oh, there's some really nice looking horses over there. So yeah, let's go say hi. Well, hello there, Mr. Horse. How are you doing? So your name will be George. So let's quickly tame you. Yeah, Georgie does not want to be tamed, it seems. But yeah, I can understand. I'm just a random person getting on his back. But yeah, it's very nice he has accepted me. So now we've got a friend to find ourselves a new home with. I mean, this forest is pretty cute, but it's way too hilly. So I think we need to continue on our way. Oh, look at that. I think these are white deer. I hope they're a bit more friendly than the moose. I guess we'll see. Okay, so are you friendly? I am prepared to run if you're not. Okay, that seems like a rather friendly deer, even though it seems like he's actually the one scared of me. Yeah, why am I constantly wasting my time looking at animals in every single one of my videos? I mean, this place is cute as well, but once again, it's quite hilly. And you know, for making large pastures for the horses, I think this terrain might not be very adapted. Oh, you little... Oh my god, I hate these guys. Yeah, they're absolutely everywhere and they take you by surprise. It is so annoying. Okay, so we've got a sparse jungle over here, so let's see what we can see. Oh, and we've got a big brown bear. And I believe these are some wolves or something, even though George does not want me to see them. Yeah, I won't go too close just in case they're not very friendly. Hello there, chickens. Well, they're not chickens. I kind of forgot the name. I know their name in French. It's dindon, quite a funny word. But I forgot in English. They're turkeys. You know, for Thanksgiving, for example. Well, even though it's not a very good fate. But yeah. Oh, and we've got a nice herd of beautiful black horses. So I might come back later on to see you guys. Oh my god. These guys are not friendly. I mean, thankfully they walk super slowly. So I'm wondering if I clear out maybe this forest, I could get loads of wood for building. And it seems like it's fairly flat around here. So yeah, I think this might be our new home. And we've got this gorgeous jungle as a view. So yeah, I think it's pretty nice here. So I'm just going to attach George here so that he doesn't run off. And I think I'm just going to start chopping down a few of these trees. On day 11, I spotted a badger, so I went to say hello, and I also saw this bright orange butterfly. There were a lot of trees to chop down, so I basically spent the entire day doing that. Yeah, guys, I just realized something, you know, about the blaze rods. Well, basically in this mod, you can actually craft them using an ender pearl. So I was about to go in the nether, but we actually just need to find an enderman. Oh, and quickly with the wood I had, I'm just gonna make a tiny little shack, just so I have somewhere to go protected from monsters. Yeah, we might be missing a roof. And George is also in the house. But yeah, I mean, for Minecraft, this is perfectly normal. Nah, don't worry, I will make a roof. I'm just gonna have a look for some endermen first. Oh no, the wolves are mean at nighttime. No! Oh my goodness. No. Oh my god. Oh, I feel bad. I feel really bad. Yeah, I didn't want to have to kill this wolf. Yeah, I think I'm gonna quickly make a roof and I'll keep an eye out for any endermen. We've got one. Oh my god, I looked at it. Okay, please give me an ender pearl. No. Oh well, never mind. Oh, there's another one here. Okay, will this one be the lucky one? Oh, yes, I got one. Perfect. So do you know what? We're gonna head back, you know, to get all this stuff I left in the chest and also the sugarcane. And I saw you in the corner of my eye, you little... No! No. He was hurting George. Oh my god. And I don't have any food. Oh, I'm sorry, George. Okay, let's have a look in the village if they might have some wheat or something to heal him. Oh, the llama brothers are here. Maybe George likes carrots. Let's see. No. What? Real life horses like carrots? I don't understand. Oh, and that's George's family. Yeah, I stole him away from his family. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's quickly collect all the sugarcane I had planted. As the night had fallen, I went off to bed, and then on day 13, I went to collect all the sugarcane that was on the other side of the river. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, I'm not going to swim too close to that shark. Oh my goodness. So I think this is it for the sugarcane. So now let's make our way back home with George. We just accidentally bumped into this black bear, but he's actually super friendly. Well, that's a surprise. So we're finally almost home to my beautiful shack that I absolutely need to finish. But now we need to focus on making a field to plant all the crops, and we're also going to make some little enclosures for welcoming some animals. We're going to craft our very first blaze rod. And I just realized I was at the village. I could have taken the brewing stand. Oh no. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to kill some more endermen tonight. Yeah, while we're waiting for the night to fall, I'm just gonna actually make a roof on my terrible looking house. Yeah, I don't like having this young man near my house, even though it is definitely the ugliest house ever. Yeah, I'm currently working on this terrible roof and keeping an eye out for the Enderman, but I've not seen a single one for the moment. Wow, this house is not the best. I mean, to be fair, all I had to work with was some oak and like some cobblestone. But do you know what? This will actually be the chicken coop later on when I actually build myself a proper house. So now I have to make all the way back to the village to get the brewing stand. I sure know how to waste my time. Okay, let's quickly pick up the brewing stand. And once again, we can go back home. This was really stupid. Okay, so normally we now have everything to turn George into a proper horse. But before we actually do that, I need to get prepared because George will need to eat and drink daily. So first, we're gonna go ahead and make a crop field. So I planted all the crops I had, but I need to get way more. So I'm just gonna break loads of grass here to collect some more seeds. Look at these guys chilling in the tree, looking down upon me, just randomly breaking grass. Yeah, I have been breaking grass just normally with my hand, even though I had a bucket on me. I am really silly sometimes. But yeah, at least I remember now, so it's gonna go a bit quicker. Yeah, I'm digging up the area around because it is not super flat. So yeah, that's why I'd like to enchant, my tools soon enough, because it's gonna be a big help for the terraforming. I continued extending the crop field so that I could grow plenty of food for George. Yeah, today is the big day, George. You're gonna become a really cool looking horse. Oh wait, I actually need to get some sand first to be able to make some bottles. So I think you're supposed to smelt cantazarite, and then you get this cantazarite dye. And normally, if we place this over some water bottles, we get these cantazarite potions, and now we can just click George with it. George has completely transformed. Oh my god, look at him. So yeah, I really need to keep filling this with water, or else poor Georgie won't be able to drink. And as you can also see, he actually eats the grass, and yeah, this is quite important. Yeah, I also think George is now wild, so we need to tame him a second time. I mean, this is really cool. Ooh. Oh my god, he hit me. He has leveled up from unwilling to reluctant. That doesn't really seem like leveling up, but why not? So I don't think normal saddles work on him anymore. Oh my god, guys, George is a male. Okay, so George will actually be Georgina from now on. Now, something pretty fun with these horses is if you use redstone or lapis, you can actually change their coat color. So yeah, I'll try not go through too much redstone because that won't be very handy. Oh my god, that's a funny one. Wow, I am regretting this, guys. I cannot make my mind up for the color. Do you know what? We're gonna go with that one because I am running out of redstone and I feel like every color is really nice anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go with this one. I think I'm gonna go harvest some of the crops. So as you can see, we have 3 different types of bushels. And with these combined with string, we can craft a quality bale that we can feed Mrs. Georgina with. Okay, so Georgina, I'm going to put the quality bales here and you can just have a munch whenever. She is such a hungry horse. Oh my god. Yeah, and if I want to get loads of other horses, I mean, the quantity of food is going to be astronomical. Now, I just want to see how it works. So I think she has eaten and she has managed to drink. And then what do I need to do now? Like, to gain her trust? That is a good question, Georgina. How can I make you trust me? I think we need to focus on crafting her some tacks soon as well. So I figured it out. Basically, I need to craft a brush. So once again, I should have taken some kelp back at the ocean. I'm not very smart, guys. Oh, and another thing, horses in this mod, they pee and they poop. I don't think Georgina has pooped yet, but yeah, I think I need to regularly clean up. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. On day 18, I headed back once more to the ocean and I collected a bunch of kelp because we needed some for crafting quite a few items. Okay, so we're finally back home to Georgina and she's coming to say hi. Hello, Georgina. As you can see, I've got a bit more than 4 stacks of kelp, so I'm going to plant some of it straight away. And now I think it is bedtime. We now have this little brush. Let's see if Georgina likes it. Okay, do I just press on you? Oh, there we go. She didn't like it. I think you're supposed to do it like a maximum number of times. I think it was 0 before, so it is a good sign. I'm just not gonna brush her too often. Wait, let me try again. No, okay, she doesn't want to be brushed. She just wants to wander off into the forest. So now today, what we're gonna do is start making some fenced up enclosures so that we can bring some cows, some sheep, and maybe some chickens if we find some. I was thinking we could craft a water trough so that Georgina can drink. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it over to her. Oh, and she had her first poo. Wonderful. Let's put the water here. Oh, you can fill it several times. Interesting. Oh, she took it. I wanted to put more. Oh my god. That horse drinks so much. I mean, real life horses do not drink every 2 seconds. This is crazy. Okay, so I filled in her water bucket and she also has some quality bales available. So I think she's good for the moment and we can focus on making some enclosures. Of course, the first thing we need to do is clear up all the dirt. And that actually reminds me, I'm quickly going to plant some sugarcane by the river. Yeah, I think this will be enough. I then returned to digging up some dirt so that I could have a flat area to place fences on. On day 20, I continued terraforming and placing dirt to even out the ground. Oh, actually, do you know what we need to do? I think I'm gonna go find Georgina so that I can brush her again. And I guess we'll see if there's like a maximum amount of time she likes to be brushed. Okay, so she likes 2, she likes 3, and then she's not so happy about it. Okay, so 3 seems like a good number. How do I do speed? Maybe I need to ride her. So do you know what? Let's go quickly craft a saddle. We are gonna need a lot of leather to make this refined leather thing. So actually the first thing we're gonna do is bring some cows back because we are gonna need so much leather. So yeah, let's make their enclosure around here. We're bringing back these 2 cows for the moment. And to make it easier for me to get in and out, I'm gonna place a carpet on top of here. Okay, so we've got the girls in. Now we can feed them. And that reminds me, I really need to plant some wheat. I completely forgot. Okay, so maybe let's switch to a bit of farming. And yeah, I'm not forgetting to use water this time. Yeah, I'm also putting different lines for each. I believe this makes them grow a bit quicker. At least it does in vanilla Minecraft. So yeah, I'm doing this just in case it's the same mechanic. So yeah, we've done quite a bit of farming today, but tomorrow I think it would be nice to ride Georgina a bit. Yeah, and the last thing we need for making a saddle is some black dye. So I hope there are some squids in the river and not just this random parrot. Hey! Oh! Oh my god, there's piranhas! Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. So finally, we can craft a saddle. Oh, we also need some black dye for making the bridle. Oh no. I could make her a brown one, but I need to get cocoa beans. So it's perfect that we're right next to a jungle. Yeah, perfect. There's some here. Okay, so let's craft her a brown English bridle. And finally, we need to craft her a blanket. So I guess I need to get some sheep as well. Finally, we've got everything for riding Georgina. So now I guess we just have to find her. And that might not be super easy. Oh no, there she is. I guess I can just follow the trails of pee and poo. Okay, so how do I put stuff on her? Do I put it... What? How do I put it on her? Wow, this is more complicated than I thought. Okay, do you know what? I'm gonna sleep on it and I'll see tomorrow what I can do. Yeah, a good night's sleep has given me a lot of clarity, guys. Basically, I need to equip a bridle first and of course the saddle. Yeah, I did not look this up on internet, guys. Let's try the riding. Just kick the saddle off. Oh no. Maybe she doesn't like me much and I can't really ride her. Oh no, that's a problem. Yeah, basically I need to make this sort of strap to attach the saddle to Georgina. Okay, and normally it should work now. I'm really hoping. This is actually so hard. I thought that fighting monsters in Minecraft was the hardest, but no, it is definitely trying to figure out how to ride a horse. Okay, so will it work? How do I gallop? Ooh, look at that, guys. This is cool. This is so cool. Oh, okay, I figured out the galloping. So basically we have different speeds. So she can walk, then she has like a sort of little trot, and then it just goes quicker and quicker. But yeah, this is really cool, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I think she might be getting tired. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dismount, and of course, we're gonna give her a nice brush. Oh, she actually doesn't want me to do that. Oh no, I think she's drinking. Oh no. Oh, you naughty girl. Yeah, come here with me. I actually made this little area just for you. Yeah, these crops are actually for you as well. So if you take the water, it won't be very good, would it? Yes, I'm talking to you. Don't be angry at me. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm kind of getting a bit attached to her. I know this is just Minecraft, but yeah, I'm not sure what she's doing here though. So this morning, I think we're gonna collect all these crops and maybe even extend the crop field a bit. Oh, and first we're just gonna feed all the animals. It's nice to see Georgina actually, you know, eating and drinking where she's supposed to. I think she finally understood this was for her. So I've replanted all the seeds and now we can extend the crop field a bit. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking we might be able to get a second horse soon because the seeds are growing pretty fast. And yeah, there's loads of grass around the place. So I think I should be able to take care of a second one. Okay, so we've got a nice large crop field. So now I'm gonna go get some chickens. I'm not sure if there were any up here, but in the worst case, I saw some over there. So I'll just head there. Oh, and cows. I'm really sorry, but yeah, there's only one chicken. Well, in the worst case, I can just hatch the eggs and hopefully we will get a baby. Okay, so we've got a single chicken. I will give him a seed because he's very nice. Yeah, as you can see, the sugar cane has grown, so we're gonna harvest it, even though I think the leather is going to be a bit more difficult to get. And I think Mr. Chicken, he can just come back home with me because this will be the future chicken coop anyway. So I'm gonna make Mr. Chicken's spot just here on the side. So yeah, now you need to lay some eggs so that we can get you a friend. And I will also brush this young lady. Okay, so off we go for a little bit of exercise. Yeah, I think the extended canter might be a lot for her, so we're not going to do too much. I crafted a couple of quality bales and placed them next to Georgina. Yeah, it seems like I can pick up her poo. So to be fair, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do with it. I know what I need to do. I need to craft a wheelbarrow, and basically I can put stuff in it and get bone meal, a bit like a composter. Okay, so we're gonna craft this red wheelbarrow, and I think it might be time to go to bed, so good night, guys. Yeah, it would be good if I killed this guy, you know, in case I need more blaze rods. We didn't get anything, but it's no big deal. What are you doing up here? Yeah, I'm gonna take this dirt off because I don't want her, you know, going in the chicken enclosure by accident because she won't be able to eat and drink. Okay, so let's put the wheelbarrow here, and normally I can put some poop in. Okay, it just disappeared. Yeah, I think I need way more. I might make it a little bit higher. I mean, it does look like I'm making a prison for poor Mr. Chicken, and he's on his own, poor thing. Don't worry, I'll make him a nicer enclosure later on. Don't go near my crops, missus. So I can make a block of water, and I think this becomes like an infinite water source or something like that, so I might do that. So now that I've got a block water, we're gonna call it a block of water, I need to figure out how to use it. We're gonna place this here. Okay, can I get water from it? Oh, okay, so it's kind of like a tap, so I can just like fill it like that, so it'll be way easier. Next, I'm going to figure out how to make some shavings. Oh, okay, so I can burn some leaves. Okay, so I guess we're crafting a few shavings. So I'm gonna put some around here, as she might come to have a munch or a drink. And then basically with these shavings, I can put them in the wheelbarrow and get bone meal from it. On day 26, I crafted a very destructive item. Yeah, guys, so you know how this forest is very dense? I was thinking maybe I could use a little bit of help doing it. I'm just lighting up a tiny portion of the forest. Yeah, I need to make sure Georgina is safe, so just while I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna attach her here. See guys, this is much quicker. Yeah, I need to check on Georgina just to be sure she's okay. Yeah, as promised, I only did a tiny portion of the forest. Nothing too destructive, as you can see. As the area around Georgina is cleared, we're gonna quickly get her off the lead. Yeah, she seems to be missing the water bucket, but I mean, if she's managing, it's okay. Wow, this is so much better. This will be perfect for building our home. So I just need to chop down, you know, the remaining logs that didn't burn because they look a little bit weird at the moment. I then spent the rest of the day feeding the animals, and I also collected and replanted all the crops. On the morning of day 27, I continued replanting some seeds in the crop field. Oh dear, look where she is. So I guess just putting a second fence was completely useless. Okay, so let's get this young lady out of here. No, not you, Mr. Chicken. So let's see if I can get him a friend. Oh, perfect. So let's do a little bit of riding. Look, I'm a pro now. I'm managing to put the tack on her perfectly. So we're gonna try and jump over here. Let's see if she can manage. Woo! Yeah, I'll have to build a little area, you know, to practice the canter and the jumping. That was a nice ride. Thank you very much, Georgina. Oh no, she's going back in. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I quickly need to feed the cows again because I really need to start doing like some major terraforming. And yeah, just for doing all the building in general, I need to get a move on with the enchanting, I think. Look at that. I can actually get leather from a normal Minecraft saddle, and I can also get some from the animals in this world. I mean, it's a bit cruel, but in moments of need, yeah, I might end up doing that. So today we're actually gonna go on a little adventure, you know, to get some more leather. Yeah, I need to look where I'm going because this is a bit risky. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave Georgina here, and I'm going to try and see if I can get leather from these wolves because they're not very nice. So do you know what? I won't even feel bad killing them. But they don't drop anything. Okay, I got some. So now I can make some leather. Okay, this is perfect. Are there any other wolves? I think we're just gonna have to go and gallop through the world to find some more. The sound they make makes me feel bad, but it is what it is. These guys do not look very nice. Yeah, they aren't. Okay. They have killed all the chickens. So she has finally leveled up to speed 2. So I guess going on an adventure like that is a really good thing. So we're gonna brush her before we tack her up. Oh my god, breakdancing horse right here. Now, as we really need leather, I was thinking if I do see like a wolf again, we can just kill it because yeah, this is gonna take too much time otherwise. Okay, close your eyes, guys. Oh. I actually got a head from it. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Yeah, I need 45 leather, so we've got quite a bit to do. Yeah, I'm just quickly crafting a flint and steel because I'd like to make a hole in the forest so that it's easier to go through with Georgina because we'll need to go this way a lot. So yeah, once again, Tootsie burning up the forest. Oh my god, I think I burnt a butterfly. I'm not sure. I am pretty destructive. It is true. Yeah, I did burn a tiny bit more forest than I was planning to originally, but like that, I'm sure I'll have enough space to go with Georgina. Yeah, as you can see, it's much easier to go through. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh my god, no. No. Yeah, brushing solves everything. Oh dear, I really need to be more careful. I think we're gonna go for a trot, just to be sure. Oh, and by the way, these trees drop spruce wood, and I think they also drop some dark oak. Yeah, so this is gonna be perfect for building. Okay, so we've got some cows up here. Oh, and actually, I think I need to start collecting this more because I can make something called whitewash, and this is gonna be perfect, you know, when we're making a white picket fence for the horse's pasture. So I'm quickly gonna get these cows. Oh, and there's actually a little village here in the forest. So I hope they have something I could give Georgina to heal her because, yeah, she got quite a bit of damage there. Okay, so we've got some riding boots. But yeah, I don't think she can eat bread. Anyway, I think bread is bad for horses, IRL. So it's fine if she doesn't want any. Could she maybe eat these apples, I wonder? Oh, she can. This has healed her. Perfect. I think it's high time to head home. Yeah, I didn't have time to untack Georgina last night, so we're gonna do that today. Basically, with the tack on, she can't actually drink and eat. So yeah, it's important for me to remove it. Yeah, we finally have 15 bookshelves for enchanting. So next we're gonna transform the spider farm into an XP farm so that we can start enchanting loads of stuff. But right before we do that, I would actually like to tame the horse, you know, that looked like Black Beauty. I think it would be nice for Georgina to have a friend. Yeah. That's the one. Okay, so we're bringing back Georgina's friend. Yeah, he doesn't look as cool as she does. I'm really hoping the coat will be black as well. It is. It is black. Do you know what? For this horse, we're not going to choose a coat. We're just going to go with a coat that came normally. So now I need to tame the horse. There we go. Okay, so we've got a second mare. So do you know what? We are going to call you Black Beauty. I think this suits you well. So let's go for a little ride with Black Beauty. Wow, I really need to start looking where I'm going. Yeah, I need to remember there's like 100 holes around here, so... Oh, and by the way, this reminds me, horses in this mod can swim. This is really, really handy, as you can see. So let's get Black Beauty home after this epic fail. Oh, I just realized the horses sleep at night. Aww. This is really adorable. Yeah, I was about to go mining, but I just realized you can make something called sweet feed. And then you can put it in a grain feeder. So we're gonna do that tomorrow morning. I then went back to do some mining and I collected a bit more iron, coal, redstone, and lapis lazuli. So we're gonna get Black Beauty to test out the feeder. So... oh, I think the feeder has to be a bit higher. And then we can put some stuff in it. Oh, so is she interested? Yeah, she does not seem interested in the feed. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna get Georgina in case she might be interested. Okay, there you go, Georgina. Have a bit to eat. I wonder, do they have access to it? Yeah, I think I can also give them the feed by hand. Okay, so I guess they're maybe just... not very hungry. I mean, did you see that happen? The pea appeared like underneath her face. That's a bit weird. Could you explain this to me? Okay, now I need to focus. We are going to, if Georgina can let me pass her big bottom, it would be handy. Oh dear. So let's craft all this stuff for making a spider XP farm. Yeah, I'm gonna get Black Beauty out of the field and I'm gonna brush her as well because I think I'm gonna bring Georgina with me. So I guess we'll see you later and please don't run off. So yeah, off we go to the spider spawner. So I'm gonna take her tack off, of course. Like that, she can eat some grass and drink some water as well. For crafting the enchanting table and all my tools, I will need to get some more diamonds, but I think first we're gonna work on the XP farm. So the first step is digging up this room so that there are 4 blocks on each side of the spawner. Now that everything is cleared out, we still need to dig up 2 blocks in the ceiling and 3 blocks in the ground. Now that we're done, we're gonna start placing some water. So first I need to make an infinite water source. Oh, and I actually forgot to fill in this part. Whoops. So yeah, we can place a bucket of water in each corner. So normally now we have enough and we can just dig up all the blocks that don't have any water on them. So to actually get the water running down, we just need to break the blocks here in the corners. Now that we're here, we're gonna make the little killing chamber where we're gonna place, you know, all the hoppers and the chests. So the farm is now working, as you can see. So now we're actually going to set up our enchanting area. So I'm going to make the enchanting area facing the spider spawner. But of course, as you can see, we are missing the enchanting table. So what we're going to do is head back, you know, in the caves, and we're going to explore it a bit further. And I'm also going to collect all the redstone I can find because now I know you need a lot, you know, for changing the horse's coats. Yeah, I'm trying to find the start of this water source because I just realized I need some obsidian as well, and it looks like it's going very far up. And we've got diamonds next to it. I am so happy. I wanted to get water. We're not even like very low down in the ground, so this is really lucky. It's fine that there's only 2 because anyway, I need to wait to get Fortune 3 before mining anymore. Yeah, that reminds me, I don't even know if there's a point of me going in the nether. Like, I was about to go to and risk my life, but then I realized you can just craft the blaze rods. It sure makes things much easier. And like that, at least I can focus on the horses. So now we can craft the enchanting table. There we go. And for the spiders, I have crafted an iron sword for the occasion. Yeah, we've got unbreaking, so let's refresh. Efficiency is still not what we need. Okay, we've got Fortune 3 here. Perfect. Okay, we've got 30 levels, so let's get Fortune on the pickaxe. So now I guess we can go back caving to find some diamonds for making loads of tools. So yeah, this is the large cave where we were, and I actually didn't mine everything in it, and I didn't explore it very far either. So we're gonna do that now. Oh, and we've got some diamonds here. Perfect. Let's see how much we can get. Oh, and there was a hidden one. Perfect. So we got 10 diamonds out of 4, so that's awesome. Okay, there's a lot of diamonds and a lot of people guarding them. Oh, perfect. Excellent. Now I can just watch and enjoy. Let's see how many we can get from here. So we got 3. That wasn't very good. Okay, we're not getting that many, so we won't be able to make, like, full diamond armor, but honestly, it's not a big deal. Do you know what that makes me think of? It looks a lot like Avatar. I feel like there's like a tree that has, you know, the branches like that. Like, can I get it with my shears? Yes, I can. So the first thing we can do here, guys, is craft a full set of diamond tools. And I'm also gonna make myself a chest plate as well. And by the way, to pass the time, you know, when the spiders are spawning, I was thinking we could decorate this area here. So we're quickly gonna head back up to the surface. Oh, there she is. Yeah, we're quickly galloping back home. And actually, this is good because because I'll be able to feed her as well. We are home sweet home, and Black Beauty seems to be doing okay, and she has pooped on her food. Well done. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Georgina to rest and eat a bit, and we're actually gonna take Black Beauty on the way back. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab some vines here because I feel like a wild, overgrown look, you know, for the enchanting area could be quite fun. And I'd also like to get a bit of clay for making pots. So I think we're set and we can head back quickly to enchant everything. And then the real fun will start because we'll be working on the horse barn and building them a nice pasture. And we're also probably gonna get a few more horses. We are back just in time for the night, so this is perfect. So yeah, while we're waiting, you know, for the spiders, let's do a little makeover to this area. And we can of course farm the spiders from time to time. So I started off by digging up the walls and replacing them entirely with oak planks to brighten up the otherwise very dark room. I also farmed the spiders from time to time to level up my XP. I enchanted the shovel with efficiency 4 and I also got fortune 3 on it as well. Now that the walls were done, I moved on to decorating. So I made 2 oak log columns and I connected them with a beam, and I basically repeated that at the back as well. I then made this chandelier right on top of the enchanting table using some oak fences and torches. I then thought it would be cool to add lots of vegetation to give an overgrown look to the room. So I added some rose bushes as well as vines on the oak logs and even a bunch of bushy leaves across the sides and the ceiling. On each side of the killing chamber, I placed an upside down stair and a flower pot on top to decorate. Yeah, I guess this is just to make it look a little bit less violent. Oh, and I went a little bit crazy, you know, with the silk worm thingy, and I put some everywhere. I killed some more spiders and also dug up the corridor leading to the XP farm to make it easier to go back and forth. Finally, I got 30 levels, so I enchanted the sword with sharpness 4, and after farming the spiders again, I put efficiency on the axe as well. So here is what the enchanted area looks like. I think it looks pretty wild and cozy, which is nice. And yeah, the little flower pots there on each side while I'm killing the spiders is a bit comical, I have to say. And yeah, as you can see, I cleared out the corridor here. So yeah, I guess this is much nicer than what we had before. Now, as you can see, I have enchanted all my tools, so I guess we are now ready to build a proper home for the horses. Yeah, you'd better not explode next to my horse creeper. Well, I can see someone is patiently waiting for us. Did she eat? I feel they're not eating from it for some reason. I'm wondering if like they can't access it. I don't know. So first what we need to do is go collect a ton of wood, you know, in the forest over there. And we're gonna take my girl Georgina. Okay, so let's get collecting some wood. I really like, you know, how the diorite looks here. So I think we might make the walls of the horse barn out of it. So for building, I'd like to use some spruce stall doors. So we're gonna craft a couple. Wow, maybe I crafted a bit too much, but never mind. Yeah, we're gonna get loads of horses to use up these stall doors. So we're gonna build around here. And first, I'm just going to flatten out the area. Now that the area is cleared out, we can start with the building. So the pillars in the corners will be made out of spruce, and then the walls will be out of diorite, and we can place a stall gate right here. And yeah, as you can see, it opens and closes like this. And for the top here, I was thinking we could put maybe some upside down stairs with a slab connecting so that it makes this nice archway. Oh, and Georgina came to see her future home. What do you think about it? She says it looks horrible. And yeah, to not waste any time, I'm going to mine some more diorite for the build. On the morning of day 39, I went to brush both horses, and I suddenly realized that Georgina had finally eaten the feed. I then went over to the crop field and harvested all the crops because I hadn't done that in a while. Once I'd replanted all the seeds, I went back to continue building the horse barn. So just to show you how I'm planning things out, basically we will have 2 rows of stalls on each side, and I left this gap here because we're gonna have a path, you know, to be able to walk around the horse barn. Now I think I have more than enough diorite, but for the roof I was thinking we could use some deep slate bricks, so I definitely need to mine some more. After spending some time with the horses, I continued building the separations between each stall using some diorite and spruce pillars in the corners. Yeah guys, you know what? I think the gap in the middle for the path is way too narrow, so we're gonna shave off a block on each side. Once that was done, I left an opening in the other side to be able to place a second stall door so that the horses could be led inside as well to be pampered or tacked up, for example. I crafted an iron shovel to create a path between the stalls and made sure not to waste my diamond shovel for that, of course. Silly Georgina had once again jumped into the chicken enclosure, but I was kind of getting used to it by now. If we craft some shears and go collect a bunch of leaves, we can actually put them in a furnace and get a bag of shavings for the girls' stalls. We can also craft some slow feeders and grain feeders so that the horses stay well fed. On day 41, I went straight to the stalls and started placing down some shavings, which will basically soak up the horses' pee puddles and make it less messy. Suddenly, this creeper exploded in my face. Yeah, I really have to be more careful from now on because regularly rebuilding a part of the barn is going to be quite annoying. I then moved on to Black Beauty's stall and filled the floor with shavings. I added some fences as a separation between the horses so that they could still see each other nonetheless. I placed the feeder on one side and filled it with sweet feed, and then in the other corner I placed the slow feeder grate and added a quality bale inside. I repeated this in the second stall, and then we had to add a last important feature, the water. And I had a few issues with accidentally placing the water on the wall and removing all the shavings, so we had a bit of a frustrated Tootsie here. Once that was done, I brought over the infinite water block and I carefully filled in the water buckets to not have a third shaving incident. The stalls were finally made, so I went to get Chicken Georgina and convinced all the other chickens to return to their pen. So yeah, Georgina, here is your new bedroom. You've got some fresh water, sweet feed, and hay, and you can go to the toilet anywhere you like. Oh, and I see she's already drinking some water, so I'm sure she feels right at home. Next, we need to go get BB. Yeah, I'm gonna call her like that because Black Beauty is way too long to pronounce. So yeah, BB, this is the cozy stall I prepared for you. Yeah, I feel like the girls like the stalls, so that's perfect. That evening, I removed all the horsey stuff at the front of my house, and the shavings were really annoying because they weren't stackable, so I had no space for all of them in my inventory, so I went back and forth to place them in the third stall for our next companion. To not lose any time, I went down to mine some deep slate for the barn roof. On day 42, I headed back up to continue building. The horses were still asleep in their stalls, which was really sweet. I gave both of them a brush and realized I had forgotten to fill in this hole in the side of BB's box, so she had wandered out. I got her back in and refilled her water bucket because these horses act more like camels and sponges when it comes to hydration. I picked up some horse poop and placed it in the wheelbarrow, which gave me a block of wet compost. I decided to bring the wheelbarrow into the horse stables so that I could gradually clean the stalls. Next, we can start working on the roof, so the outer rim will be out of spruce stairs. Now we can add a couple lanterns to light up the barn a bit. Here we're gonna do this side, so I'm using some stairs for the start and then transitioning to slabs to get this nice curved roof effect. Finally, let's add some more stairs along the side. Okay, so here is what we have for the moment, and the horse home is slowly taking shape. To get more spruce wood, I bone mealed a 4x4 tree and chopped up some logs. After placing some more lanterns, I headed back to the mine for collecting a few more stacks of deep slate. I even came across a small diamond vein and I got 6 diamonds out of it. The next morning, I decided I would work on the main entrance of the stables, so I made a couple spruce pillars and built the roof similar to what I had done for the side. We can also add some logs across to make a beam, and then let's repeat the pattern for making 3 more stalls on the other side. So yeah, the barn is starting to look pretty cool, and I'm just going to quickly fill the horses' feeders and water buckets. Oh, and we can also give them a little brush and clean out the spoiled shavings. We also need to flatten out this part a bit. Oh, and I will collect this little worm block because I will need it to dye some pasture fences really soon. That night I got some more deep slate and I found another diamond vein, but I only got 3 this time. On day 44, I crafted a mortar and pestle that I combined with some star worms to get this sort of goop that you can use to dye wood white for making pasture fences. I also crafted an anvil to repair my shovel a bit, just to be sure I wouldn't accidentally break it before getting mending. I then started placing some fences to make an open area for the horses to stretch their legs and munch on some grass. I then opened the stall door to let the girls free, and I refilled their water buckets. We can also brush both of them, and yeah, I think they quite enjoy their new outdoor pen. So I saw you could craft some paddock feeders as well as a saddle rack. I placed the feeders in the pasture and I filled them up with quality bales. So yeah, I think the horses are set and we can continue working on the other side of the stable, making little arches, and I also need to chop down some more logs for the pillars. Once again, I got some deep slate, and yeah, I'm basically not sleeping nights now so that I don't waste too much time on resource gathering. On day 45, I started off by brushing the horses, and then I grew a large spruce tree to collect loads of logs. Once that was done, I moved on to continuing the walls of the barn with the diorite, adding some spruce logs and stall doors as well. I made the frame of the back entrance out of spruce, and then going all along the side with spruce stairs. I built the curved roof on the side as well, and finished the outer rim at the front. So as you can see, we've got the main shape of the roof, and we'll just need to finish the walls and the horse boxes, as well as filling up the roof. On day 46, I wasted no time and immediately started building all the horse stalls, so we'll have 12 in total with 6 on each side of the main entrance. I'm leaving little windows between each stall and filling them with fences. Oh, and actually I've decided we're gonna do these sort of round windows with some stairs in the corners. The next day, I went to clean up the paddock because there were loads of poop and pee puddles. I mean, these horses are incredibly messy. Yeah, the horse stable is looking good, though the roof is still missing. I went for a ride with Georgina and we galloped over to the nearest village to start trading. I made a quick stop to get more iron, and I also found some more star worms. By the end of the afternoon, we made it to the village and I removed G's saddle so she could eat and drink. I crafted a lectern and went around the village to remove the other profession blocks. The next morning, I placed down a fletching table, and when the villager took the job, I started trading sticks for emeralds. So let's quickly brush Georgina, and now we need to chop down another tree for getting more logs. Another villager took the librarian profession, so I started refreshing the trades to try and get mending. And as I knew this would take a lot of time, I built a dirt wall all around to protect the villagers from zombies. I finally got mending, so I bought an enchanted book. That night, I really needed to get more leather, so we galloped around this savanna biome until we found a few cows. By the way, Georgina refused to obey, and she actually hit a wolf that was attacking us, so that was perfectly timed. Well done for being a grumpy girl, Georgina. Back at the village, I traded a few more sticks, and I bought 2 more mending books. We galloped home to quickly get the diamonds, and then we went over to the enchanting room. So we're gonna craft a second shovel to hopefully get unbreaking on it. So yeah, time to kill some more spiders, guys. I spent the whole of day 49 farming spiders, and I enchanted the shovel with Unbreaking 3 as well as Efficiency 4. I thought it would be handy to have a Silk Touch pickaxe as well, so I farmed extra spiders, but sadly, when I enchanted it, I only had Silk Touch and nothing else. We are finally halfway through, guys. So on day 50, we returned home, and after dropping Georgina off, it was time to start filling in the roof with deep slate bricks. To not waste the night, I got more diorite and I explored this cave in which I found loads of iron and was able to restock on resources. The next morning, I went out to fill in the second side of the roof. Yeah, honestly guys, this part is not very interesting. It's just me placing deep slate the entire day. So today we actually need to collect a bunch more spruce logs because I'm actually going to change up the design of the horse boxes. So yeah, I'll explain really soon. As you can see, we've got the roof all done, but I wanted to work on the stalls a bit because I'd like to extend, you know, these pillars to the top of the roof, and I feel it would look weird if I have to extend the diorite as well, so we're gonna change this part up a bit. So instead, we're gonna put some logs across here, and then we can put 2 rows of these friendly bars, and finally another log beam on top. And once we've done that, we can actually extend the pillar to the top of the roof, and like that it looks like it's supporting the roof. Oh, and as it's a bit dark, I think we will put some diorite here instead. Oh, and one last thing, I need to also fill in the roof. Oh, and we might do this ridge as well. So yeah, the roof is now officially done, and I just need to fill in this part with diorite, and I will also work on making all the stalls like this. I started off day 53 with a bit of wood cutting, and then it was time to look after the horses. I brushed Georgina and Black Beauty's bottoms, and then I filled up the feeders with quality bales, added more sweet feed, and my favorite part, cleaning out the horse poops. Well, I'm not sure it's my favorite part though. Once all the morning chores were done, I moved on to redoing the design of the horse stalls, and then I realized making the path out of podzol would be cool because the stall doors won't be able to turn it into dirt like it did for the path blocks. I extended more of the pillars to the roof and added some fences with lanterns to brighten up the place. And finally, as there was no lighting above the stall doors, I added a little arch with slabs held up by fences, and I placed a lantern in the middle. In the evening, I got some more podzol and removed some of the excess dirt at the front. On day 54, I crafted a bunch more quality bales and went over to the horse paddock, but this time it was to clean up the pea puddles with some shavings that I emptied in the wheelbarrow. I put the extra bales in this corner for now and moved on to preparing more horse boxes. I added shavings all over the floor as well as a large water trough in the corner. Once I was done with the first side, I went over to prepare the 6 other stalls. I also placed the saddle stand in this corner because it'll be the future tack area. In the afternoon, I went to pick up the saddle and tacked up Georgina to go for a ride. We quickly stopped by the river to collect some kelp for crafting loads of extra feeders. I also got an extra ender pearl, which would be handy for making an infinite water block. I crafted a bunch of grain and slow feeders and started placing them in each stall, adding grain feed and quality bales. It was then time to set up a larger pasture for the horses, so I set to work placing white pasture fences, and by the way, I'll probably extend it later on once I terraformed all the area around it. I brought the mares in their stalls for the night and went down caving to collect some more iron and resources. Today's gonna be a pretty exciting day because we're gonna get a 3rd horse. So as you can see, the barn is completely finished and we still have 10 free stalls, so yeah, we definitely need to fill them up. As you can see, I've set up some quality bales and some feeders, and I do need to fill in the water, but yeah, we can do that later on. As you can see, I made this pasture yesterday, and I was thinking that right behind here, we could do the training arena. But yeah, first, let's get a new companion. So I think we're first going to tame these horses because they are the closest to the barn. So let's give you a bit of potion. So is this a boy or a girl? Oh, I need to tame him first. Ooh, they're not very happy at first. Oh my god, he hit his family member. Yeah, this girl is going to be called Brenda. Oh, and I quickly need to fill up her bucket with water. Brenda is actually okay on food and water, so I think we should focus more on bonding. So we can start by giving her a little brush, and then I can put her bridle, her blanket, and her saddle. So yeah, now let's bring her out for a little walk. So I'll be building the riding arena around here so that we can exercise the horses and jump a few fences. I mean, that could be quite fun. So yeah, let's start building the arena. arena. I will also need to do some terraforming, and I think I will have to destroy the starter house because it'll be in the way of the arena. I'm sorry, chickens, you won't have your house anymore. On the morning of day 57, I collected some rose bushes and planted some around the barn as well as in the horse pasture. So I think the pasture is ready to welcome some horses. So do you know what? We're actually gonna bring all the horses in. Next, we can bring Mrs. Georgina. Honestly, the world is starting to look way more cozy. And yeah, the horse home is starting to look pretty nice. Finally, we can also bring Black Beauty. Now that the horses are set in their pasture, let's get back to building the arena. As you can see, we're gonna have to destroy the starter house. So in normal horse arenas, often they put sand on the ground so that it's better for the horses. So if I'm not mistaken, there's a mountain here with sand. Yeah, right here. So let's bring Brenda with us. Yeah, I don't know why she's laggy, like it's not doing an animation when she's galloping. Oh well. Okay, let's get loads and loads of sand. I feel like I'm in my last video, like collecting loads of sand for building an aquarium. But no, this time it's for making a horse arena. We've got enough sand for the moment, so let's head back. Yeah, I'm realizing I'm mixing up Brenda and Black Beauty because their coats are a bit similar with the black and white. So I was thinking, let's find a new coat for Black Beauty. So here I just made a small platform because I need to bring all the stuff that's in here as we need to destroy this house. So I think my final house will be around here. So yeah, I'm just randomly putting the essential things, and we can also add a few chests because I have a lot of items I need to move. And we also need to terraform this area. We're also going to work a bit on the arena. So for that, it's pretty simple. We're basically going to dig up, you know, some of the dirt and then replace it entirely with sand. Oh my god, I just realized I needed to change Black Beauty's coat and I completely forgot about it. So we're gonna do it now. So hopefully there are some other black coats, so we're gonna see. This one could be nice because she could still be Black Beauty, kind of. So yeah, I need to get a bit more sand for finishing the arena, so we're gonna do that now with BB. Yeah, we're doing this at night just to not lose too much time. So that should be enough. So we can head home. As anyway, the arena is fenced up, I can basically just work on it at night. Well, maybe not. Yeah, except when these annoying guys show up. So yeah, I'm gonna light up the corners. I've got to say the horse stable looks pretty cozy at night as well. We are done with the sand, and tomorrow we'll have a look at crafting all the obstacles to have fun with the horses. On day 59, I completely removed my starter house to leave some extra space for the arena. I then crafted a measuring tool for making the very first obstacles. Basically, we place a first block, and then we leave a 5-block gap and place another one. Then I click the measuring tool on the first part and then on the second part. And here, as you can see, we can add a layer or delete one. And we're gonna start with a small one because the horses need to train a bit before they can actually do the really high ones. So yeah, let's test this out. And I have realized I have lost the thing for attaching the saddle, so I need to quickly craft another one. So I got the missing strap, and I think we're gonna start with Georgina. Yeah, we're just jumping the fence because I cannot bother. Okay, so we're gonna go for a little trot. Okay, that did not work. Maybe a canter is better. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting this wrong or something. Okay. Oh, well, I'm not sure she jumped there. Oh, there she did it. So I think this is enough practice for the day. So we're gonna bring Georgina back. So yeah, tonight I'm just gonna finish terraforming this area here. So today I'd like to make a couple more obstacles, and we can also do some training with the horses. So as the first obstacle is here, I could probably do the next one a bit further in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So I'm gonna do a different one. So we've got log, pole. Oh, I like that one. We have like a little bushy obstacle and a normal bar. And I guess this spider wants to try the obstacles. She's actually very good. So today it is Black Beauty's turn to do a bit of obstacle training. So let's have a go. Ooh, she actually managed straight away. Ooh, okay, I think I've gotten the hang of it. Well, I had the hang of it a moment ago. Way. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, that was some good training. I'm very proud of her. Now, I'd really like to have a male so we can maybe breed the horses. So what we're gonna do is brew some more cantazarite potions. So now, let's go get another horse. I mean, if this horse is a female, I'm not gonna understand. Okay, so let's tame this horse. And we have to be careful. Oh dear. It's a female again? What? I'm gonna tame 2 other horses, and if they're still female, like, I don't understand this. Oh my god, it's a female again. I'm confused. I'm very confused. How are you supposed to get a male? Oh, and I will kill this guy as well to try and get an ender pearl. Okay, perfect. We've got one. Okay, I'm gonna tame this last one, and if he's not a guy, like, honestly, there is nothing I can do about it. He's a boy. Oh my god, he's a boy. Finally, I was really losing hope here. I was wondering if you could only get mares or something. But no, we finally have a young man. So I'd like to change his color, so we're quickly gonna get some redstone. I mean, this is a pretty nice color, to be fair. And now I guess we just need to find him a name. I think we're gonna call him Freddy. On day 61, I did some terraforming on the side of the barn because I'm planning on making the crop field there later on. Oh, and actually, we're gonna head back to get the horses. Don't worry, I did not forget about them. So we're gonna change her color. So do you know what? We're gonna go with this color. And now I feel like Georgina should have been this color because she was like that originally, but I didn't have enough redstone at the time. Wow, that horse has written US on his shoulder. Do you know what? We're actually gonna call her US. I'm happy because I don't have to choose a name because I'm not very good with names sometimes. And for you, how about Spotty? Another excellent name, of course. I think I'll put a saddle on US so that I can just ride back to the barn. Okay, so we've got the girls back. And now I was thinking we could try out the breeding. So I crafted some rose feed and gave some to Freddy and Georgina to start the breeding process. Nothing happens, so I was quite worried, but when I checked Georgina's stats, I saw that she was indeed pregnant. While we were waiting for the baby, I decided I would go get some string at the spider farm with Spotty. So yeah, let's get a bit of string. Oh, and I might enchant my bow with power 4 while we're here. After slapping the spiders a couple times, I enchanted my bow with power 4, and then I decided it would be good to repair my axe a bit. Okay, look at this moment, guys. Spotty didn't want to obey my command, so she kicked this poor chicken instead. When we arrived home, I dropped Spotty off with her friends and moved on to decorating the outline of the arena with oak leaves. On day 63, I went over to repeat the process around the horse pasture to give this cute bushy effect, almost like a well-trimmed hedge. I then went in to brush Georgina and I checked on her pregnancy, which was at 40%. And I also brushed some of the other horses so that they wouldn't be jealous. So yeah, here is what the arena looks like with the hedge, and we have the same for the horses. Yeah, I noticed one of the feeders was empty, so let's quickly get some more quality bales. Around lunchtime, I started shoveling down the grass to extend the path along the side of the arena and the horse paddock. Now, let's have a quick fact while we're doing that. Horses are unique in that they can partly sleep standing up. On the other hand, REM sleep, which is essential to their health and welfare, can only occur if they are lying down completely. So I'd like to add an extra layer on the obstacles to see if one of the horses can jump it. Oh, and as Georgina is pregnant, we're gonna try with Black Beauty. So things did not go well at all. BB was super laggy and didn't have the typical horse animations. And as for the obstacles, they were indeed too high. Yeah, this was a total fail, and BB much preferred resting her neck on the obstacle rather than jumping it. That night, I placed some extra dirt to make the land more flat because I wanted to extend the arena a bit. The next morning, I brought BB back with the others and was delighted to see that the baby had finally arrived. arrived. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but this foal looks a bit scary, like with the blue eyes or something, but I'm sure he'll be less scary when he grows up. Yeah, Tootsie getting freaked out by a poor innocent baby horse is a bit sad. To help the baby grow up faster, I gave him some quality bales, but he quickly didn't want any more, so I left some on the ground in case he got hungry again. After that, I lowered the bushy obstacle to be able to do some training with Freddy. I felt like the arena was too small, so I started extending it and finished filling up the area with dirt. Now let's go harvest all the crops because we're gonna make a new crop field on this side of the stables here. On day 65, I went back to continue working on the new crop field. I hoed down the dirt and planted all the seeds on top. I wanted to fence it up, so I went to get more white pasture fences and I added some all around, and I also put some lanterns in the corners to light it up. We're also going to place some more leaves around the arena because I had removed them while I was making it bigger. So today we're going to get some more leaves, but this time it's for placing around the crop field so that it fits well with the horse paddock and the arena. I extended the path a bit towards the field, and then I realized that the foal had grown up into a really beautiful mare that I named Bella. I gave her a little brush, and then I thought it would be nice to get her out for a ride. Yeah, don't pay attention to the fact the arena is half sand, half grass. I'll deal with it pretty soon. After exercising Bella, I continued adding leaves around the arena, and I realized that to keep the symmetry, I also needed to extend the horse pasture, so I set to work. On day 67, I saw that Black Beauty was still sleeping, which was adorable. I added some more grass and flowers in the extension of the pasture, and then I brushed Bella and took her out to stretch her legs. We basically need to get loads more sand for the arena, so let's get digging. Once I had enough, Bella and I returned home, and I spent the rest of the day digging up the dirt in the arena and replacing it with sand. As we now have more space, we can add 2 extra obstacles, so one is called a coop and the other one is a flower box. Oh, and I wasn't playing with the headset on and this happened. Yeah, Tootsie always being very careful with creepers. I mean, I'm so careful that when I was actually blocking up the creeper hole, another creeper exploded right next to me. Great job, Toots. That night I went mining and I found a couple diamond veins, so I was able to craft myself some diamond leggings and a helmet. So today we're gonna do a bit of obstacle training with US. We then headed over to the Spider XP farm because I remembered I had some diamonds in a chest there, so we could craft some diamond boots. We are now full diamond guys, and it barely took me 68 days. Now, to be fair guys, this is a really peaceful 100 days. I'm not really fighting loads of monsters, I haven't been in the nether, we're just focusing on the horses and having a nice time. On day 69, I returned home with US and added quality bales in the feeders. Now that the horses have their home, it's time to build myself a cozy house as well because living on a spruce platform is not ideal. I chopped down a large spruce tree and then proceeded to remove the entire platform. I was planning on making the base of the house out of stone bricks, so I mined a bunch of stone throughout the night. On day 70, I started building the base, making sure to leave a 10-block gap from the arena and the barn to be able to make a path there afterwards. On the side, we're gonna make a little staircase going up with a terrace that leads to the front door. I then worked on the walls all around, and when the night came, I went to mine some extra stone. So today, we're gonna start making a floor out of spruce planks above the base. So now that we've got the floor all done, let's move on to making some pillars in the corners, and I'm gonna be using these white planks so that the walls stay in the same tones as the horse barn. So yeah, I basically spent the rest of the day making the walls, and I also started making some holes for the windows. On day 72, I gathered some extra logs for the house, and then I started working on the roof using some stone brick slabs, stairs, and blocks. I also made the roof on the side a bit higher, and here is the overall shape we have, and as you can see at the front, we have a part of the house that sticks out a bit. Next, let's work a bit more on the base, where I'll have some animals and maybe a few crops growing. So we're gonna make these windows in all the sides with some upside down stairs in the corners to make an arch. As we've got part of the house built, I guess it's time to move all my stuff inside, and I'm gonna make a sort of long table in this curve curve, and it'll be the crafting area. Here I've got all the chests with my stuff, and very important, let's add a little flower pot to decorate. Now let's work on the entrance, so we're gonna have a large door using some dark oak trapdoors all around the main door. To add some structure to the base of the house, we're gonna add some spruce logs all around with buttons on the ones facing forward. Okay, so this is what we have for the moment. And now let's continue building the main roof. For the staircase here, we can add some spruce fences, and then we can also put some all along the side of the terrace. Guys, I forgot to record day 74. Okay, it's no big deal. I realized it super quick, and all you missed was just me bringing in some cows and some sheep underneath the house. On day 75, I added some fences and walls in the corners so that it seems like they are holding up the spruce beams. Now for the empty area over here, we're going to hoe all the grass down and plant a bunch of wheat seeds for feeding the animals. I chopped down some more wood and started filling out the roof with spruce planks and stairs. So yeah, while we're doing that, let's have another horse fact. Horses are surprisingly good swimmers and can cross rivers to access food and resources. This is due to their huge lungs, which enables them to float naturally. On day 76, I went to feed the horses, and I also brushed everyone to make sure their coats were nice and shiny. By the way, a horse coat in French is called la robe, and it actually means a dress in English. The paddock was getting quite dirty with all the horses in it, so I had fun collecting all the poops, and I put them all in the wheelbarrow. I then worked on the house a bit more, adding plant pots in front of the windows with some nice flowers in them. I walked over to the horses to saddle up Freddy, and we galloped down the path and back to the XP farm to repair my axe because it was completely out of health. On day 77, I brought Freddy back into his stall and gave him a good brush. I also brought Georgina and Bibi to their stalls and made sure they had plenty of food and water. I then went back to the house and started making a second floor out of oak planks. So I'm quickly gonna destroy this enclosure that I made for the animals because they don't look very nice, and like that the animals can roam free. And now let's go harvest all the crops, and I'm gonna craft a bunch of quality bales for the horses. So we're once again gonna start off the day by chopping down some wood because I need a lot for building the house. So to decorate the interior, I added some stripped spruce columns and upside down stairs on the sides. I basically made these little sections all around the room and also next to the door and the windows. I also went to exercise Spotty, and we went to the river so that I could collect some clay. Oh, and this piranha is really annoying me, biting at my feet. Oh, and just before we head back, I'm going to collect some extra oak wood because I'm going to be using some for the house. That night, I cooked up the clay in the furnace, and I also crafted some glass panes for the window. As the other windows have arches, I think it would be nicer to use some oak trapdoors. Like that we can still see the shape, and I can put a lantern in the middle here, and we're also gonna add a bunch of flower pots to decorate. So yeah, basically I spent the entire night working on the interior until day 79. I brought Miss Spotty inside her stall, and I headed back to the house to work on some flower pots all around the base. I crafted a few extra saddle racks and realized I needed more leather for crafting horse tacks, so I went down to breed the cows. So this area is the tack area, I guess, and we can just place down a few more saddle racks. Oh, and I also made a bridle rack so that I could hang the English bridle. Okay, so I also crafted a whole load of cones, and I placed a couple in the arena to make this little slalom. So I literally made way too many, so I just stacked up a bunch at the entrance of the horse stables. On day 80, I set up a large storage area on the second floor, and I also crafted some campfires and some barrels to make a cozy sleeping area. I then went down to feed the cows, and I killed off some of the nearby ones and felt a bit bad because I had barely just set them free and now I was just killing them, but it is what it is. So tonight we're gonna make a large dark oak table in the center of the house, and I'm realizing I have been doing this exact style of table in like so many of my recent videos because I really like it that way. But yeah, promise I'll do a different table next time. time. I used some dark oak fences to make a chandelier above the table, and I also added some torches. So today we're gonna go down by the river because I need to craft loads of refined leather, and for that I'm gonna need quite a few water buckets. Back home I crafted a red western saddle, but for completing the set I actually needed to get some carpets, so I went down to shear some sheep, and I also got some more rose bushes for the dye. So I got a western bridle as well as a blanket and a strap, so I went to see the horses to try the new tack on Bella. We did a bit of training in the arena, but she was quite laggy, so a tip if any of you guys want to play this mod, do not tame too many horses, especially if your computer isn't that powerful, because you'll just end up with some laggy horses. At least that's what I think it is. Maybe it could be something else. But I mean, other than that, Bella looked really cool in her new western tack. Yeah, today I'd like to look at what other stuff we could craft. So we could make some horse armor, and also we've got this really cool cowboy hat. So I started crafting the different iron items I needed for making the horse armor, and I also went to get some extra wool and actually brought back a second sheep because I only had one that was white and I was always getting gray babies, so that wasn't very practical because I needed some white wool to be able to dye it. Okay, now that we've got the armor, let's go try it on Bella. Oh no, I can't actually put it on. Okay, so basically I need to craft a full adventure set, so we'll do that later on. Now, very important, let's craft the super cool cowboy hat. Yeah, we are looking good, guys. I look like a proper cowgirl now. I brought Bella in her stall and untacked her so that she could have a drink. I then placed down the western saddle on a rack and said hello to Freddy. I quickly passed by the house to make some more pasture fences because we're gonna make a small round arena. It is actually called a round pen arena, and if I'm not mistaken, they are used to exercise a horse in different ways or as a warm-up before riding. By the way, quick disclaimer guys, I am not a horse professional, so if I ever say things that are incorrect, it is perfectly normal, and if any of you guys know a lot about horses, I would love it if you shared your knowledge in the comments below, like that we can all learn more about these awesome animals. On day 83, I tacked up Georgina, and we set out to gather up some more sand for the round arena. When we returned home, I dropped her off in the pasture, and I went to get Spotty and Bella and brought them out to graze as well. I refilled the feeders with quality bales and gave everyone a bit of sweet feed. And of course, let's not forget to bring out Freddy and BB. Okay, so now let's start clearing the dirt in the arena so that we can then replace it with sand. I admired the horses for a bit, and then on day 84 I extended the path between the barn and my house, and then it was time to start working on a second horse pasture. By doing that, I could then put some of the horses in this pasture, like that they will have more grass to eat and more space as well. I took Black Beauty out for a ride, and I chopped down some more oak trees and used the wood for making more pasture fences, and then I placed down a bunch. I also dug up the side of this hill because I needed a bit more space for the pasture. The next morning I continued extending the pasture fence, and as you can see I made an L shape so that it goes around the side of the barn nicely. It was then time to do a bit of training in the arena, so we had lots of fun doing the slalom. And by the way, here is what the house looks like all done. I had completely forgotten to show you guys the finished result. I went to fill up some buckets at the river, and I also fed the cows on my way back. I then went over to the new horse paddock and I added some grass and flowers everywhere, and finally I made an infinite water source in the middle that I extended to make a pond for the horses to drink. I stole 2 of the feeders from the first horse pasture, please don't tell the other mares, and I also brought Spotty, Bella and Brenda with me over to the second paddock. Some annoying pillagers were hurting the poor horses, so I quickly killed them off, and when I tried giving some wheat to the horses, they were not interested. I unleashed the 3 mares, and they started happily munching away at some grass. I added the feeders as well, and went to drink some milk to remove the voluntary exile effect. On day 86, I went to the top of this hill nearby to have a proper look at the horse sanctuary. So I think it would be nice to clear part of this hill to be able to make a path, and also we could maybe have a sort of cross-country obstacle course here later on. We have a lot of path making to do, so let's craft 4 shovels for the occasion. Yeah, you know exactly what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. And I'm sure we have enough time to squeeze in a fact. So Western riding evolved from cattle ranching. The horn on the saddle was used when a cow was captured and roped. The saddle has since morphed depending on the discipline it's used for. The most popular breeds in Western disciplines are quarter horses, but paints, Appaloosas, Arabians, and Morgans are also quite common. On day 87, I did a bit of terraforming on the side of the arena to be able to make more of a path around it, and also later on we might make a barn for storing all the horse food. I literally spent another full day working on the path around the ranch, and I also added some blocks of cobblestone here and there to add a bit of detail, and I also added podzol for contrast in color. The next morning, I killed off this creeper that was threatening to blow up a hole in the arena again, and after killing a second one further off, I continued digging up the hill and also blocked off any holes in the ground. And in particular, I had to cover up this huge ravine. Like that, we could just, ride on top of it without falling once again in the water, because if I remember correctly, I think that happened earlier on. So yeah, the horse ranch is getting better and better, and to decorate a bit more, we can bone meal the ground to add grass and flowers, and I'm also going to plant loads of oak trees around here to make a small forest. To start the day off with something new, I of course worked on the path yet again. Yes, with the size of the horse ranch, there is a lot to do. Now we're gonna take Freddy out because, as you can see, my tools really need repairing, so it is of course time to head back to the XP farm to slap a bunch of spiders. Okay, so the tools are all fairly repaired, and we are on day 90, so we've only got 10 days to go now. After I got Freddy back, I started clearing out some of the pea puddles, and I now figured out that using a hose would have been way quicker, but I didn't know that at the time, so oh well. I then moved on to a bit of cleaning in the horse boxes, and then I went to collect a bunch of wheat from the small crop field underneath the house. On day 91, I had a fun little ride around the ranch with Georgina, and we said hello to the 3 mares in the second pasture. We then did a bit of slalom and jumped a few obstacles. As the crops in the field were all ready, I harvested them with some water to go quicker and replanted all the seeds. The next day, I crafted some quality bales and went to fill up the feeders in the pasture. I also cleaned up a bunch of pea puddles as well as some poops. This is most definitely the best part of this mod. And yeah, if you play this mod, guys, be prepared for a lot of cleaning. I went to feed the cows and finished planting the remaining seeds in the crop plot. I crafted another blaze rod, and yes, indeed it feels super weird saying that. And then I went to fill up a couple water bottles to brew 3 more cantazarite potions. So on top of this mountain over there, I had seen a couple horses, so let's go bring them back. Okay, there they are, so let's tame this first one. Oh my god, what is it with these horses always hitting their friends? Okay, so we're gonna name this young man Jamie, and I think we're gonna change his coat to white. Like that, he'll really stand out from the rest. After bringing Jamie in with the other mares, I went to get some rose feed and bred him with Bella. I had to do the tragic deed of killing some more cows for leather, and I converted it all into refined leather by adding some dried kelp and water. I collected some extra kelp as I'd used everything I had, and I placed a stack in the furnace. So I really wanted to make the adventure set to be able to put the horse armor on as well, so I crafted the adventure saddle, bridle, and strap. And then on day 94, I collected some more wool to be able to make some carpets for crafting the adventure blanket. So let's go try the new adventure tack on Miss Georgina. Oh great, I still can't put the armor on, so I believe I might need to craft some leg wraps as well as a breast collar. Okay, there we go. Georgina has her super badass armor on. So yeah, I guess it's time to have an awesome ride around the ranch so that Georgina can show off her armor to everyone. So I also saw that you could craft a saddlebag as well as a pasture blanket. So first let's see what the saddlebag looks like. Okay, it looks really cool, but I have no clue how to access the bag's inventory. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at this. But let's pretend I totally figured out how to access it, but simply didn't need to. So now let's put the nice blanket on US. There, like that you won't be chilly anymore, although I don't think you were to start with. But never mind. Oh, and by the way, look at that. Bella finally got her little baby, and he looks fairly spooky as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go get Jamie's friend because I totally forgot about him. Okay, so we've got a second boy and we're gonna call him Jacob. And I guess we can put all the adventure tack on him so that he looks really cool for the girls. Yeah, and I'm sure Mr. Jacob is really glad to meet all his new friends. That afternoon, I extended the hill on the side of my house a bit more to have plenty of space for building the barn, and I continued terraforming all through the night. On day 96, I did some more terraforming and I finished adding dirt in the gaps. So we're gonna make a little cross-country obstacle course over here, so we can do the first one with a wall, and then the second one can have a log, and right behind we're going to make this little water hole to make it more exciting, I guess. Finally, for the third one, we're going for the bush box, and I'll just connect them all with a path. And now for the fun part, let's test it out with Georgina. And yeah, I'm really sorry about the fact she's really laggy sometimes. The next morning, I went to raise the obstacles a bit, but yeah, they were still too high, so I needed to train Georgina some more. Now for making the barn, I will use a mix of spruce and dark oak, so let's go ahead and collect some logs. And as for the walls, I think we're going to use some granite because it really has that nice look and tint to it. So first we're making some pillars out of dark oak logs, then we can fill out the parts in between with granite. And now I guess we have to spend the entire night collecting granite. As you can see, Bella and Jamie's baby is all grown up, but I feel like he looks way too much like his dad. So do you know what? Let's find him a coat that looks like a proper mix of both parents. Okay, this one is really perfect because he's got a bit of brown like Bella, and otherwise he is fully white. And we're gonna call this handsome young man Bobby. So now let's get back to building the barn. So I'm going to work a bit on the shape of the roof. So for that we'll be using some spruce logs and stairs at the start to elevate it, and then we can transition to slabs to make the roof curve a little bit towards the top. We can make a large window here with some trapdoors all around it. Now for another horse fact, horses in the wild will not all lie down simultaneously. At least one horse will act as a lookout to alert his companions of potential dangers, which will increase their chances of survival. Okay, we only have 2 more days to go, so first I'm gonna bring Bobby and Jamie in their stalls. And by the way, I finally understood that I can use spigots for filling up the water troughs instantly if there is an infinite water block in a 15 block radius, so I feel really silly having filled them up with a bucket all this time, but oh well, I guess we learn from our mistakes. Here is what we have for the barn. So first I'm going to finish off the back by adding some dark oak pillars and then making the wall with granite up to the top. Next we can gather up a bit of dark oak wood because for filling in the roof, I was thinking we could alternate between a row of dark oak and then a row with spruce. And there we are, guys, day 100. So we're going to start off the day by collecting a few crops, and then I can make loads of bales out of them to put in the barn. So yeah, we're just gonna stack them up on the sides here, and it looks really nice with all the different shades. I'm also adding a few barrels for storing sweet feed in them, for example. And there we have it. The barn is complete and serving its purpose. So let's celebrate the end of this really fun adventure by crafting some sweet feed, and now let's go spoil all our awesome horses. So yeah, everyone can get a good brush and a munch of sweet feed. I also went for another laggy ride with Georgina to jump a few of the cross-country obstacles, and we also walked around the horse home. As the night is falling, let's bring our girl inside her stall so that she can relax and have a good brush too. There we are. 100 Days with Horses was such a fun adventure. I mean, the horses are truly amazing, and I'm sure they love their new home. Yes, this is indeed day 101, but I think it's nice to do a walkthrough so that you guys can see everything. Here we've got the huge horse stables with some of the horses in their stalls, and then we have the lovely pasture and also the training arena. Right behind, we have the newest addition, which is the storage barn, and over here we've got the Tootsie house, of course. Then when we go up here, we can have a nice view of everything, which is pretty cool. And we also have the cross-country obstacle course. Then on this side down here, we've got the round pen for training the horses, and also the crop field so that they don't go hungry. I'm also quickly gonna show you the inside of the stables, and we can say hello to Mr. Jamie, Bobby, and US. Out the back, we've got the second pasture with Bella, Spotty, and Brenda. Oh, and just to make it cooler, I added a second level to the obstacles, and I'll train Georgina to jump higher. Next, let's quickly walk up to the house. So we've got the living room here, I guess, even though my bed is right behind the dining table. And then upstairs is the storage area with all the chests. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I had lots of fun recording this because the swim mod is truly awesome and it drastically upgrades the Minecraft horses, so I definitely recommend you guys trying it out. All that said, I hope I will see you in the next video. Love you!